Okay, finally going to go over Yosa in general and all the other features it has to offer. And we're going to start with this Wellness Toolkit section, which is very skills-based and things that you can add to your quote-unquote toolkit. So we already saw the therapy section has both the therapy journal and the homework piece, but there's also journaling in general, which is very similar to therapy journal, but just more general, where on this dashboard you can see all your prior entries, have a little preview of what it's about. And then if you click the plus icon down here, you're adding a new entry where it's going to ask you what your mood is, how you're feeling, and what the situation is. And after doing so, click next, and you can add a title and then write whatever you want. And once you hit done, that'll go back to your kind of dashboard of entries where you see a preview of how you're feeling, the time, what was going on, and a preview of what you're talking about. And then not going to show the preview of all of these, but also in the toolkit is a bunch of meditations, some guided yoga, games, and affirmations. And then in this tracking section, exactly what it sounds like, just tracking a bunch of different things. And the idea being that the more data you have, the more information you have about what might lead to your mood or different things. And this is both helpful to yourself, but also helpful for your therapist in a therapy context where you might only be going to therapy maybe once a week, once every couple of weeks, and you might be feeling a certain way that day, but getting a representative picture of all the days that you were in therapy is helpful in figuring out what you want to talk about and just having a more realistic representative picture of all those other days. So there's a mood tracker, medication tracker, sleep log, substance log, and insights. Insights being a graph of how these different logs might correspond to each other. So how does sleep correspond with mood or substance use and what have you. So I'm just going to show you, for the sake of time, the mood tracker. So it'll ask you how you're feeling. Say we're feeling a 4, hit submit, and that'll show up on that graph. So you have this log of how you've been feeling across days, and this will also pair to the journal, which, if you remember, also asked for your mood. Lastly, resource section. These are help features, things like a safety plan, Wellness 101, which is psychoeducation, and then help, which is access to a bunch of different hotlines and resources. Safety plan specifically, I think is a good example of something that is useful on a phone. This is something that is really meant for crisis situations, things that can make somebody feel more safe, make their environment more safe in a crisis situation. And it's a series of steps they can take to do so if they are in a crisis situation. So people that they can reach out to, people that ask for help, professionals, resources in crisis moments, making the environment safe, things like that.